still batshit crazy.
You think all of it, or just the allegiance, or the silence is really what gets you?
No, all of it, mate.
Okay,
all of it.
So we're talking about the
Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
The
and then
Texas Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah,
and then we really blew Tom's mind by telling him that there was a minute of silence after.
Yeah, like you're asking kids to not talk for 30 seconds to a minute. That's fucking hard enough. Let alone for Texas or for America.
Say Texas?
Texas.
Ah, nice.
There you go.
Say it like Texas.
Yeah, there you go.
You catching on, Tom?
Yeah, mate. Come on, mate. This ain't my first rodeo, right? There you go. Yeah. But I won't say y'all. I ain't saying y'all. I'll never say that.
No?
Because I sound like a fucking invalid when I say it.
So you literally say you all?
I say you lot.
Okay.
I'll never say you all. Yeah.
That's fair.
Them lot or you lot.
That's
There's
fair.
a bunch of lot. If you like, I go, oh, wait, you lot. Yeah. I won't
Okay.
go y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So born and raised England.
London, yeah. London, England, yeah.
London, England.
Yeah, I'm from where the 2012 Olympics were held. Like 10-minute walk.
Okay.
Wow.
There. When I was a kid, that was all wasteland and pikeys and yeah, it was a shithole. Now it's 180s.
Really?
Mate, the house I grew up in, so we bought it in 1989 for £26,000. It is now worth, I think, £560,000.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
And it's a tiny terrace house. Do you know what a terrace house is? But you have
No.
houses all built along next to each other.
Oh, okay.
So you've got neighbours either fucking side of you.
They're like condos in New York City.
Where the
Yeah.
Prime Minister lives?
Not, mate, that's way fancier. Yeah. Imagine that and take, well, so imagine mine being on level 1. That would be a level 20. Like, that's la-di-da. Like,
Okay.
multiple floors. Like, this is just 2 terrace house and then maybe like 10 or 15 along.
Right.
It's
But they're
tiny. like 3 bedroom house.
the houses are deep, right? They're not
They're
necessarily
narrow,
wide.
deep, somewhat deep, yeah, not crazy deep, but
Okay.
yeah, like I reckon the square footage was, mate, it's definitely less than 2,000, less than that, and it's worth fucking.
And you pretty much lived in that house
I grew
most
up
of your
in that.
life?
Yeah, well, till I was about 18, and then I moved out. All that shit.
And then
Sorry,
at 18, where'd you go?
I moved in with my brother, so I'm the youngest of 5 boys. Believe it or not.
Your
And,
mom was living it up, huh?
My,
You must have drove her crazy.
wait. Go back, mate. You calling my mum a slag?
No.
Not that way.
Your mum's living it up. She's got 5 kids. Your mum's
Because
a fucking whore.
she's got 5 boys that I'm
No,
sure
so-
have been like driving her crazy. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. If I'm honest, I knew what he was getting at. I couldn't resist the to see if you bite at that, right? But no, I'm the youngest. So long story, really short. So my dad's first marriage, he had 2 kids. My mum's first marriage, had 2 kids, and they got together and had me. So I'm Eddie Murphy. I'm the golden child.
Yeah.
So, but then same time, my mum was a foster parent for 26 years as well.
Oh, nice.
So we like foster kids. We had 2 foster kids for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Basically like sisters to us.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, yeah, one of them was my brother's age, one was my age. Sadly, in 2013, one was murdered. Fucking drowned in a bathtub.
What?
Yeah, by her boyfriend. And he got away with it as well.
Good
Yes.
grief,
Yeah, mate, London's a crazy place. But yeah, like, so I grew up as the youngster. I was soft as shit, man. I was so soft. Honestly, man.
I cannot imagine that.
Yeah, like, well, I wasn't. I was angry. I was an angry kid, but I was soft because I got away with everything, man. Like, I was the youngest, and like, it just didn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
that makes it, because by the time I was old enough to kind of be a problem, my mum was, it sounds so harsh, bless her, but she was so concerned about the foster kids, which they needed it.
Yeah.
And where I got away with stuff where, like, my schooling, I did nothing at school. And obviously your schooling in England, well, especially like inner city London, is so different to it is here. Like, you guys have stadiums and shit, like, or just a turf field. Like, mate, my school, like, it was like our football, soccer. Our soccer kit was. I'll let you know. You know, the English invented the word soccer. You know that, right? We invented that word, and then you guys bastardized it. Anyway, so we had to like buy our own kit, and it was all mixed matched and like whatever you can scrounge. Like it was mad. Like like you guys have like classes of like 2,000 kids. Mate, my school was nowhere near that. Like my school was built in 1800s. It says it all.
Jeez. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it was just it's just a different world.
Yeah.
But no, I grew up, and then it wasn't until I moved out when I was like 18, and then I ended up working because I left school at 16, and then like didn't do any college or like, well, it'd be university for us, but didn't do all that shit because, mate, I'm from the shithole of London. Like, well, now it's fucking la-di-da, but
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it wasn't many opportunities. It was either just working like either your dad's work company or you kind of friends of a friends, just the best job you could fucking find. But luckily, like my brother, the one next, like older to me, he got a really good job quite young, and kind of he helped me out to kind of get me out of the house and, well, from my parents' house, and push me in the right direction regarding work and stuff like that. Helped me out, but it was definitely a 50-50 route. You either go that way and do the dumb shit and get in trouble, or you don't. So like, I was on the cusp of deciding which way to go, and don't get me wrong, I was on the wrong side for a while, and then I kind of a bit of a reality check when I was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
Where I just thought, fuck this, like this is like a lot of friends died, murdered, and
Okay.
OD from drugs and shit like that. So you just think, you know what? What's the fucking point? Like,
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It didn't work for them, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna work for me.
Hey,
so.
smart of you for noticing
Yeah,
that.
right. It wasn't just on my own. It's more like a couple of people were kind of instigators to push me that way, but it's one of those classic things where you can show them. Well, classic one of take the horse to water, can't make it drink. I finally decided to drink, realizing that this is what I should be drinking, like healthy stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was like, I wouldn't change it. I loved where I grew up, how I grew up. If I'm honest, it wasn't till moving here that I realized how lucky I was growing up. Because even just my opinion of everyday life, living here, like, just 101 of humankind. Like here, like this country's so racist for me. Right? And that's like, and I don't mean just your fucking obvious racism, but it's the microaggressions that I struggle with.
Yeah.
It's like the N-word said, whether it's an A at the end or an ER, it's just everyone throws it out like it's willy-nilly, and I don't understand. In England, that's not a fucking thing. Like, you get checked.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but you do. Like, and I'm one of those people that check people. But like my first year living here, I heard that word more times in a year than I did my whole life in England.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. Right, and that whole rhetoric of A at the end, or I'm like, okay, this is always my response. Okay, there, where. We spelled 3 different ways. Sounds the fucking same.
Yeah.
So like, I detest that whole thing, but I don't want to go on a tangent on that. But with that, with the microaggressions of people who have grown up here, it makes me realize that I don't have those, because we grew up with, because there's no space, because here you can separate, you've got enough space to put like a project here and Little Italy here and a Chinatown there and whatever. Do you know what I mean? You can separate it. I mean, like London and England, you can't. It's so fucking tiny. We're all on top of each other. So if you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. Doesn't matter whether race, religion, gender, sex, doesn't bite. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where here, they're so quick to point at that and say it because they can say it and then get out of the way. In London, you can say it and it's your neighbour. And like I said, the terrace house, like they're right next, they can hear it. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's
how that works.
little things like that. Just it makes me realise like how privileged of life I am, because seeing people for who they are as people, human beings, and like I didn't really notice it in the thick of it in London, but since living here, like I had one kid here once, right? I think he was Nigerian, and like I couldn't remember his name. He's the nicest kid in the world, and I just like just talk to him, just chat to him in general, nothing too crazy. And he's surprised someone of me that looks like me, of my age and as a white man. He was like, people like you don't give me the time of day. I broke my fucking heart. I was like, what? Why? You're a human being. Like, if you're an idiot, we can suss that out, but I'm not going to judge you for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that it's too and far between where it happens so often. But I said about the microaggressions, where like little things like, I heard someone say this the other day, right, where they ask someone where they're from, like you might, because you're not fully American, right? Are you Mexican as well?
Serious question. Oh yeah. But I was born here. Yeah.
I know you're born here, but I'm saying like you're not fully white, right?
Yeah.
So that perfect example, right? They'll be like, so where are you from? You go, I'm from Texas. I'm American. Right? Where are you really from?
Yeah.
That is a microaggression to me, right? And I don't understand that. That's a rude thing to say.
Yeah.
Like assuming like, because you're born and bred here. You speak like you're American, right? I understand that doesn't mean you devalue or diminish what you do have as like your heritage or like, as Mexican and whatever. I don't know the full ins and outs of it all, but like that question, no, but where you really from? Like that alone, people, and they get offended when you say like, don't say that shit. Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then but for me though, that goes back onto how you guys are taught. It's like you guys are taught narrow-minded. You don't see the whole picture. So it goes back to what we said about the pledge of allegiance to the flag and the stars and stripes and then Texas flag. It's all in like here. You learn about Texas history, like it's about here.
Yep.
Don't learn about the world.
Yep.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's like here, and then everything else doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I find that really difficult. But to go back onto the biggest point, well, the point that we really got to is because I grew up in London, and then discovering how you guys, I don't mean you two, but Americans as a general, how you guys go about life. And again, it's not everyone, but it's on average. It's made me realise that I'm blessed. I'm blessed as a person and as to have a worldview where, as humans, we judge everyone, right? But it's how we control that judgment. Where like here, society dictates people's judgments. Where in most countries that are not here, we still have those judgments, but we're just better equipped to have more information to deal with those judgments. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So but it's I went a bit of a tangent there, apologies, but it's just strange. It took me a while to it took me a while to realise what I have, and I struggled with it at first. I really did, because I didn't understand why people just didn't see everyone for who they are. Like, and it sounds really naive, but it's more the fact that because from the outside in, America's shown as the best place to be. Like growing up, like I came to America a few times as a kid with my family and stuff like that, and it's always the best place to be. Like it was always like with your movies, your shows, it was always America was somewhere to be the best place to be. And now that I've lived there for 9 years, yeah, it's tough.
Interesting.
Yeah,
First off, love you sharing that. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, sorry.
But I completely relate to what you're saying, in a way of getting to experience other cultures and other countries. You begin to broaden your perspective, broaden your views of this narrow mind that we live in this country, you know. And I'm born and raised here, you know.
Yeah, you guys are so narrow-minded.
Yeah, and it has really opened my eyes to be like, man, I'm living a blessed life, you know.
Of course you are, like, mate. You got a belly full of food and a roof over your head.
I mean, I have everything I need within a 5-mile radius of my house. Yeah, you know, and I'm not even in Dallas, you know. And
excuse me.
And so, yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I relate to it to a certain extent.
But the thing is, though, like, people just generally forget that stuff. And like, me, myself included.
Yeah.
Like, I'm blessed that I wake up every day and like I know where my next meal's coming. I know it sounds quite fucking like, what's the word I'm looking for? Dramatic, but it's just true.
Yeah.
And people don't realise that just everyday life. You just, because, well, it doesn't help that everyone lives in a fucking hamster wheel where we just, especially in this country where it's work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You tend to forget simpler things where you like, shit, I am blessed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a catch-22, if I'm honest. But I
9 years. When and why did you move here?
I moved here for my wife.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, my now wife.
So how did y'all meet?
We met in Miami. In Miami. I went to Miami. So my best friend and I, we've been best friends for nearly 30 years. We are 9 minutes apart.
Wow.
Yeah, 9 minutes. Yeah, mad, isn't it? Different hospitals though. And he's better looking than me. Well, it's that classic one. He's a great looking. Well, mind you, he's probably one of the best people I know. But he is a good looking, smooth, articulate black man, and it doesn't help that we are the same age, and he hasn't aged in 10 years. And me as a white man, I've aged 20 years. So that's the one thing I don't like about being his best mate is like,
he just overshadows
I'm basically
you all
best
the time.
friends with a fucking Interview with a Vampire. Like, or no, Brooklyn, the Eddie Murphy one. It's the Vampire from Brooklyn, excuse me, where he just doesn't fucking age, right? That's basically being him. So yeah, so we went to Miami for our 30ths. At the same time, my wife was, well, again, my now wife, was at the same hotel for a bachelorette trip. Met at the pool and, yeah, just did like, spent the weekend together and then did long distance. And then I came back. I was reasonably going to take a sabbatical at my job in England, which they agreed to, then they kind of didn't agree to because they couldn't afford me to go for that long. So I gave them my notice and, yeah, I gave them like a 5 months notice and trained 2 people to take my place and came here, did the 3 months. Because you know like that, you've seen that show, The 90 Day Fiancé?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it, no.
So basically that's what it is, right? It's your tourist visa. So you can be on an S day, you can come to America for 3 months, 90 days. And after that, you either figure out how you stay, whether it's a job, marriage, whatever, or you can get the fuck out. So we did that, and at the end of it, it was either go home on a fiancé visa, which could take up to 2 years, and potentially where if I try to come here on a vacation, they could turn me away and send me back.
Oh, wow.
Because they might think I'm trying to stay. Because I'll be in the process for my green card, like to stay. They might see this and go, "Well, you trying to fucking stay? See you later." And coming from someone with a long beard, airports ain't my best friend sometimes. Right? And I've got experience in Detroit, in Miami, where they've assumed the worst. Right?
Wow.
But I won't go into that.
That's so funny.
Mate, I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you, honestly. I got stuck in Miami for fucking 8 hours.
Good grief.
Yeah, in like a fingerprint entry door. What? Yeah, mate. Thought I was like, and the worst part is, remember when that Malaysian flight went missing?
Yeah.
It was during that time, so I remember watching that CNN fucking for like 7.5, 8 hours, watching it like missing.
You saw the whole coverage.
Yeah, literally. Like, oh my god, like fucking shoot me now, right?
Good.
I lost my fucking train of thought then. Where the fuck was I?
You guys, the 90 Day Fiancé.
Yes, so yeah, thank you. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, so at the end of it, so we consulted a lawyer and they said, look, either the fiancé visa or you get married. So we got married. And we've been married for 9 years now.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. She's an amazing person. Well, I left my whole life for her, so
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I really did.
And she does some awesome artwork out
Yeah,
there
she's
too, right?
amazing, honestly, mate. I taught her everything she knows. So, but no, honestly, she's an amazing artist. Where it's painting, watercolors, acrylic, fucking just resin work, which is really cool. Like fucking heat gun and honestly, it's cool as shit, man. She's an amazing artist.
Elite graphic designer.
Yes, massively. Honestly, she built my website. She built obviously the mural in Crossbar. Soccer and beer in Richardson. And then, she's got loads more art projects in the way. Like, I'm hoping that if things go really well, I'm hoping that I can earn enough money where she can give up her job and just paint and just do her own shit. Like, do a year where you just do whatever you want, make your own collection and try and sell it. So there you go. Like, I'd love to do that for her.
Nice.
So, but she needs to earn loads of money first.
Sure.
And so with that being said, come to Crossbar.
Yes, yes, yeah. Please.
And I guess we should actually announce who we're talking to.
Yeah. I'll let you guys do your thing first.
We were so into the beer that you introduced us to, and then the
mate.
Tom Boyce, right?
Yes, B-O-Y-C-E. Yes.
Full name?
Do you want my full name?
Is it actual Tom?
No, it's actually Thomas.
Thomas?
Yeah, but I detest my name.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't help, so I'll give you a little insight. My brother's called Tim.
Okay.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Is this a family of T's?
Yep. I just me and him.
Okay.
Right? Only just me and him. But like, so growing up, obviously Timothy and Thomas, I've only associated Thomas with two things. One, Thomas the Tank Engine, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the second one is, do you remember? You guys might be. No, you guys are old enough. Tom and Jerry, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember like the owner where you only saw a skirt and she said Thomas?
Yeah.
That. So I've had it all my life where people used to say that shit to me, right? And I'm just like, oh my God. And it's always when I was in trouble. So my parents called me Thomas when I was in trouble. When I heard that, I knew to run. So, so yeah, I've just gone by Tom. And then, my full name is Thomas William Edward Boyce. Yeah.
That is so British.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. It is, yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's too funny.
I
get the whole like people calling you different things. Like I always get the TV show The Martin, and I'm like, all right, I'm used to that. And then now with the Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian, his best friend is named Martin, and he's got that joke where he's like Martin, and I'm like, all right, so now I got people calling me that too.
That's my point, though, right? You like,
but I can't shorten my name. I have no idea. Mart.
Yeah, I'd say
that's
Mark.
not gonna work. Or Tin.
Thing is, though, for the English, we shorten everyone's name. Like even Ben, my business partner, I call him B. Like his name's three letters. Still fucking shorten it. Like, just I don't know if it's laziness or just I don't know, just be awkward. But
love it.
We shorten everyone's name. But yeah, I got a mouthful of a proper English name. Yeah. And when I tell people that, they say the exact same thing. That's really British. Yeah. I wonder why, because I fucking am.
Edward.
Yeah, William Edward. Yeah,
I love it. That's awesome, man.
It's a proper name.
So you are co-owner at Crossbar.
Yes.
Soccer and Beer Richardson.
Yes, Soccer and Beer Richardson. And I'm fully full owner of London Calling, Texas, which is a vintage soccer gear store inside of Crossbar, Soccer and Beer Richardson.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a man of, I was going to say many talents, but that sounds proper bougie. A man that can spin a lot of plates.
There you go.
How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good. I like that one.
Yeah.
I might have to steal that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I'll have a bit 5% off that, mate.
Plug it a little bit.
Nothing.
Plug London context a little bit. What's the story behind it? Why you want to do it?
Honestly,
did you do it in London?
Huh?
Did you do this in London?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So it's actually quite a funny, say a funny story. It's quite humorous. So one of my best mates growing up moved to LA 20 odd years ago, and he got married in 2017, I think, and I was one of his ushers in his wedding. And so he got married to San Clemente in Cali, and my wife and I went out there. My best friend in London, the same age dude, his name's Alistair. He came over with his wife, and we stayed in Airbnb in Laguna Beach together, and then went to the wedding, whatever. Yeah. So it was one night. We was at the outside the patio of the Airbnb we staying at, just hanging out, and we're talking about being kids and buying football boots, like soccer cleats, right? And we call each other like, I just got them in, like I'm wearing them in the house, and we're the same size, right? So we'll go to each other's houses to try them on. It's like late 90s, right? So like you've got nothing much to fucking get excited about.
Simpler life.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Definitely.
So and we just got really excited about that. And my wife, honestly, this is actually quite funny. She generally thought we was talking about going out, like wearing the fucking football cleats, going out, like getting ready, like with them walking out. And I remember telling her, wait, are you? Wait, what? No, we didn't do that. Like you nutter. But and then we kind of just started talking about, because I've always collected shirts anyway since like '95. So it kind of bled onto that conversation, and my wife was like, "You should do that as a business." And I was like, that's a fucking really good idea. Because I was in that transition, because I used to work at the Londoner in Addison. That's actually my first job in America.
Really?
Yeah. I said, have you got any experience? I said, yeah, I'm from fucking London. Yeah.
I'm about to own this
place. Yeah. Far from it, right? But, yeah. So I did that, and I just kind of didn't want to do, because it goes back to what we said about America, right? Whole service industry is fucking insane for me. It is insane. Right.
In a good or bad way?
In bad way.
Because you've seen both sides. You've worked in it, and you get served in it.
So it's funny, right? I remember when I got told it was $2.13 an hour. I remember I was like, did you just say $2 fucking? He goes, yeah, that's a standard. I was like, yeah, in fucking Uganda. Fucking, yeah, that's minimum wage, and it's like, yes, but not here. And they said, yeah, you keep your tips. I was, I should. That shouldn't be an issue. You shouldn't even tell me that. It should be standard. But I ended up doing really well. I'm not going to complain about that. But being a Londoner in a pub called the Londoner, it pretty much fucking sells itself. Being a Texan, working at Texas barbecue in London, you're going to smash it, right? Yeah. So, but I did that, and I experienced it there, and it didn't bother me. What bothered me most is the mindset that is created for employees, because they're like they won't take certain tables because they know we won't get tipped, and that to me is fucking mental.
I do wish we got rid of that whole tip thing.
Well, the thing is, it's like businesses don't pay the staff. I'm not going to name names, but I had an old GM that asked me to, we was dead, right? And he asked me to scrape gum underneath the tables. I was like, for $2.13? No.
And no tip?
No. But I said, you pay me normal wage? Happily do it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But I'm not doing it basically for free. Nah, mate. Have a bit. But then me as a person, if that was the opposite, here, obviously I don't fucking pay my staff $2 fucking 13 an hour. I just couldn't do that. Right. But if I did, I wouldn't ask them to do shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, but I feel like this country sets everyone up to, it's that ant mentality where just get it done. They don't give a shit about anything else. You can get the job done and have it, I don't know, just, there's better ways of going about it, but that's just me. But to go back round to where I was originally getting to is, it creates a mindset where it's all about money, which we all know this country is all about money, but it's from the bottom up as well, not just the top where the 1% fucking take as much money as they can, but they put it to the mindset. They create this realm where servers are constantly chasing a dollar for that tip, and they don't care. I'm not saying everywhere's like this, but it's just my experience where I don't think you get that full service because it's all about money. Where in England, right, there's no tipping. You can tip, and not saying you can't, but it's not. People don't rely on them. You get a better wage, and then people are just proud of their jobs. And that's not everyone. I'm not going to be that ignorant to think everyone's perfect, but you don't have that cutthroat. If we're working in the same bar or same restaurant, and there's a table that I miss, and you more than likely you're gonna grab it first because you're chasing that cash. Yeah. But if you're not chasing anything, it's you can take a turn. It's me, it's you. We're all even. And I feel like here they created that to keep everyone on their fucking toes. And I just don't think that's the environment to get the best out of people.
Yeah, definitely.
I just don't. And that's not saying I throw money at it. It's just more it's like, all right, let me approach it differently. Companies that have tried giving people unlimited PTO, and then they discover that people are just taking the exact same amount. Because what they're doing is you're giving them the freedom to choose when they want to do it. So you could be an adult and be responsible to how it is. They're going to keep it exactly the same as it was before. But what you're doing is giving them the time of day and giving them the respect to dictate what they want to do outside of the job. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're surprised by it. Well, if you give them the respect, and they will produce what they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Where I feel like here, if they pay better like money, that people will be happier. Like there's a guy called Dan Price in Seattle, where he took over a company, took millions of dollars of pay cut, and basically paid all of his staff minimum $70,000 a year. And everyone said to him, "You're fucking crazy. You're gonna go down." Record profits, pumping, because everyone's happy.
Yeah.
You have to not worry about money. Your work's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
If I said to you, I'm gonna pay you double what you're earning, your work, because your house is covered, your life's covered, so your work's gonna be fucking tip top, because you're gonna be happy to do it and appreciate it because you want to keep this job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that, it's like you've got that carrot already. I know whether to give it, take a bite, cut it, whatever. It's on me. But the system in here, it's always that carrot ahead where you're chasing it. That's what I find difficult.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I got you.
Yeah.
I used to work in restaurant. That was my first job.
Yeah.
So I understand that $2.13 an hour, man.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. Honestly. And don't get me wrong,
yeah.
the tipping, even, I remember when I first started, there was a moment where another waitress was struggling in the weeds, right? And I helped her out. And, didn't mean to help just her out, but the customer that was complaining that the girl hasn't been there for 20 odd minutes. So I gave her a drink and she tried to give me cash, right? I said, no, you'd serve her, I don't need it. Because, yeah, but you did it. I said, yeah, but. I said, look outside, that's not my name on the door. Do you know what I mean? We all work here.
Yeah.
So I said, look, no, just give it to her. So later on, she ended up closed out, whatever. She come to me, she tried to give me $20 because I just want to say thank you for noticing. I said, no, she wouldn't let me take. She would not let me not take it. I was like, all right, fucking fine.
Stapled it to your chest.
Yeah, exactly right. yeah, that's my other job. But and even that, I said to her, you don't need to do that. I just did it because you needed it. It's just a job. Do you know what I mean? But that's where that English mindset comes in. It's not about me. It's as a collective.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a shop commission rather than individual. Because I don't like chasing money. I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like if you do everything in place, the money will come. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you were at the Londoner.
Yeah.
And then how did you...
Then I left there and I ended up running a storage unit on Greenville Avenue. A friend, so my wife's best friend's company owns it. They're based in San Antonio and they opened up a location in Dallas. And they needed something to run it, and I was like, look, I'll do it. I don't want to be a waiter anymore or bartender. I was done with that nightlife because I only did nights as well. I just want to take a bit more kind of structural and just fucking easier. I ended up doing that for 18 months where they end up selling the building. The guys that they went into business with, the money wise, didn't like the fact that, so this company's run by 2 women and they didn't like that. Typical old school Dallas money where we're men with dicks and women can't do anything else but cook. That dumb mentality where it's because it was a construction and a storage business.
Oh, okay.
So they thought that they don't know anything about construction and self-storage just because they're fucking female. It's insane, right? So I ended up selling it and I left. So the new place offered me a job and I said to him, no, you have to pay me minimum 10 grand more. And the guy said to me, he goes to me, I don't know if it's in our budget. And I said to him, mate, I'm not being funny. I don't mean to be rude here, but you come into this interview and you don't know your budget. Why are we even talking? And he got all said, mate, you got a bit if you're the director, no, he wasn't the director. What was he? He was the area manager or something like that. And I was like, mate, this is rookie stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he got a little bit pissed off of me, which rightly so, but imagine I'm not right, so fuck him. But I hope he hears this now, right? But no, it's more the fact that, that, and I said to him, dude, if you don't know, don't come into this with no information and be surprised when I call you out on the lack of information you're giving back to me.
Yeah.
I said, with that, it's not even worth it, mate. I said, you ain't getting me for what? For this price. I only did this because it's friends, they're my friends, my wife's family, basically. So I left there, and I was it was just that it's probably like September time in 2020. So it was such a shit time to look for work.
Yeah.
And I just got to the point where I was like, what the fuck do I do? And I was doing my shirt business on the side, like pop-ups at Londoner. And then I got to a point, I was like, fuck it. If I don't do this full-time now, I'll never do it. So I ended up, I looked around some retail spots. And do you guys, you know where Old 75 is? On 75.
Yeah.
Remember there used to be a building quite close to it. It's got knocked down recently.
It was old Ponchos.
That. So I looked at that building, right? And it was so fucking... One of those things, my mum used to say, what's meant for you won't pass you by. This was meant for me. So that rent was fucking like $6,000 a month. So I was like, yep, I ain't doing that.
Wow.
But what it was is they were the same tenants for these guys.
Oh, okay.
So what they said is, look, there's a guy trying to find a soccer shop like me. You guys need to talk.
Oh, wow.
So Crossbar got in touch with me. Said, look, we're looking for a subtenant. Are you interested? And I was like, fuck yeah. So I ended up meeting them and discovered that I know them anyway.
This is Preston?
It's Preston and Ben.
And Ben?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's another person who was involved before. I ain't saying his name.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to.
Understood.
And it's funny. So I met Preston maybe like 6 years ago because his wife used to work with my wife. Chelsea used to work with my wife Avery at Telos. It's a fitness centre off of Tollway.
Tollway.
Yeah. So my wife worked there for like 6 years. Oh, wow. And that's how I know Chelsea. So I met Preston then, right? I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't remember much of it, but I do remember it, right? I remember meeting him, but I don't remember exactly. So, and Ben, obviously I played in Ben's league, DSA. Shout out to Dallas Soccer Alliance. So, excuse me. So then I was like, oh shit, what's happening, fellas? Like, we kind of knew each other. And then, so basically I moved my shop in. I actually did it all with a handshake.
Oof, that's risky.
I couldn't give a fuck. Honestly, I'm not even kidding you. I remember saying to Preston, I said, I'm a man of my fucking word. All right, let's go. Shook his hand and look where we are. Honestly, I'm not even kidding you. Not one contract. Not
that
one.
is awesome.
Yeah, that is good.
To get into for the shop for London Calling, and then we kind of struck up a deal where, because they just opened, I used to work the bar to pay for my rent for my store.
Okay.
I was like, no fucking brainer. Right.
Yeah.
And I had the experience, so I know what I'm doing as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did all that, and ended up kind of a few months in, we got busier and busier and busier, to the point where they were looking for a GM, and they asked me, oh, "You want to be a GM?" My first answer was, "You couldn't afford me." And Ben looks at me. I was like, "Mate, I don't mean to be a prick about it, but like, honestly, you guys are brand new. I want fucking some money, mate. Like, I want to like pay what I'm deserved. Yeah. But if you want to offer some ownership," I said, actually, sorry, followed up with, "I don't want to work for you. I'd work with you. So if you want to offer some ownership, and we can talk that, then yeah, let's fucking go." So he went, a couple of days later, come back and said, "Look, we love you. Yes, let's do it." So he gave me a little bit of a percentage, and end up kind of doing both. And then, without too much detail, the other partner wasn't enjoying what was happening, so we split ways. And then when he splits ways, I got a bit more percentage. So, but now it's just us three, and as you can see, we're thriving, and it's been fucking great ever since, you know. So hopefully I'll put up some more locations. I can't say too much, but enough to say, watch this fucking space.
Just throw out that little tease.
Yeah, right.
I like it. Man, y'all have done incredible things right here. I mean, we've been here since pretty much open.
Yeah.
A little bit after.
A lot's changed, right?
And a lot has changed in the best way possible, man. This place is rocking.
Well, the thing is, like, we know it's lipstick on a pig. We know that, right? Like, we don't own a building. Like, we've done as much, like, it's all a new adventure for, like, what we've getting here. Obviously, we need up to 3-year mark. For what we've done and, like, the budget we've had to start this, it's fucking phenomenal. And it helps that Preston, Ben and I are a team that we just know our strengths. We know what's good, what's bad for each other. Like, we just get it. You know what I mean?
Mesh.
Honestly, it's really fucking refreshing, honestly, right?
That's cool.
Because, like, you guys don't know me well enough, but I know I'm not easy. I'm a difficult person. I know I am. No, I am. I know I am. And I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Like, even just from language alone. Like, well, I said at the start of this, you might be swearing.
Yeah, we're going to have to put explicit on this one.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Not for the kiddos.
Fuck them. Sorry. Now that you said you do it, I'm going to keep doing it now. No, jokes. So, like, I understand that, but it helps that the environment that we're in is kind of, being English, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, oh, you're English. Oh, okay. Like a certain word, I don't know if I can say it on this. You definitely have to bleep this one out, right? I won't say it, but that I say that more than the word bitch.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't use the word bitch. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. It's weird. I find that really rude. Like, that to me is like, no.
Yeah.
But CUNT, bosh, I'll say it any time, every day. I say it all the time.
A good old see you next
See
Tuesday.
you next Tuesday, yeah. Well, where I'm from is a term of endearment.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's right.
No, it fucking is. I'm telling you. Like, where like, so for instance, right? If I haven't seen you for ages, or like I'm trying to call you or something like that, and you miss my call, and I finally, so I'm just gonna FYI, I'm gonna say it, right? I'll be like, where the fuck you been, you cunt? That, right?
Yeah.
That is, it's like you guys use the word bitch.
Yeah.
For your mates, right?
Yeah.
I use, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in England, but if I went to you fucking cunt, the latter one is more derogatory. It's the way it should be said.
Yeah.
Right? I know it's a horrible word. I understand that. Where I'm from, it don't.
Yeah, no, I know someone who's from Scotland and he uses it.
Exactly. Yeah. all the time.
Yeah.
And so much so he doesn't even know he says it. Like, I say it and I don't realise I say it. Like,
Oh, no, he knows he says it because he knows that the people around him don't like
well,
it. So.
that's the thing, though, right? So, but I guarantee you, as soon as they know he's not from here,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, they kind of give him a pass.
Yeah.
Like, that happens to me all the time. Oh, you're English. Oh, you guys say that all the time. You know what I mean? It's relaxed. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, there's times where it hasn't. I've said it the
Worked
wrong
out,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah. I've definitely done that. Yeah, definitely fucking done
That's
that.
too funny.
Yeah.
Kind of on that same note, what's like a stereotype that we see in England that is not true? No, kind of put you on the spot.
No. Well, I was going to say teeth, but yeah, mate, someone's got some.
I was like, teeth.
I've got good teeth for an Englishman. I've never had braces as well. Never.
Nice.
I know, right? It's not bad. But honestly, yeah, teeth's pretty bad. Yeah, some proper caveman's necklaces out there. Well, not everyone's posh. Like, not everyone's smart either. There's some fucking thick English people.
Yeah.
See, I said American straight away.
Yeah.
See that, right? It's just a natural
slip
thing.
out. Freudian slip.
Well, throw me some examples that you guys off top, and I won't be offended. I don't give a shit.
I think you've already hit the ones I thought of immediately, but
we don't all drink tea. Majority of us do.
Yeah, the tea.
I don't get cold tea, but iced tea. I don't.
You
get
always
it.
have to get.
It's disgusting.
Hot, yeah.
I don't understand cold tea.
yeah, that's my jam.
Oh.
Is soccer literally a religion over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Football.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
That's
And the lower leagues you go, the more it is like.
oh really?
It's, yeah.
Wow.
Because the bigger teams, you get a lot of plastic fans, and then you get like still hardcore fans. But the lower leagues, because it's not about money, it's just about heart and the love of the club. And
Dude,
honestly, it's fucking beautiful.
Here's another one. Do people really adore the family like the world does?
The royal family.
Royal family. You know what I mean?
Yes and no.
It is like
no. I will
heavy,
say this:
crazy, big news here all the time.
More people from the outside in. Like, more people love them from the outside than they do the inside. Because to us, they're just fucking glorified skivs.
Yeah.
Like, what do they really do for us? Honestly, like, I like it because the amount of tourists, like, it brings billions of tourism in a year. Like,
Yeah.
but do the people get that money? I don't know. But there's parts of me is proud of it as an Englishman, where it's naturally ingrained into being proud of my country, but I'm not fully proud of my country because the history is fucking atrocious. Think about like the British Empire taking over fucking countries all over the world, and only
Talking
hundreds
about
of years.
racism.
We're giving it. Yeah, exactly right. So, like, as much as I say about this country, England's just as bad back in the day. It's just we're just a bit more far advanced.
Sure.
Where we're further, like you guys.
progressed a little bit more.
Well, you guys forget how young you guys are.
Yeah.
Like my best mate, right, Alistair, he got married in a church that was built in 1610. Dang. And it's still open to this day.
Wow.
Like, that's fucking insane. You got, 170 years after?
Yeah.
Like, or 60, whatever. Then you guys are a country. But,
you guys are a country.
Yeah. Well, you can't discover something that people there already.
Yeah.
Still an experiment. We're working on it, Tom. We're still an experiment.
Also as well, right? Christopher Columbus fucked manatees. It's in his diary. Like, he thought he was a mermaid. Like, that alone would not mean I wouldn't want to trust him. If someone said to you, like, oh, that dude fucked an animal, would you, like, make a day for him? Like,
it's just the Texas State Fair for us, Tom. It's not really a day. Yeah, we just go to the fair.
Yeah, honestly, here in Texas, it's just fair
State
day.
Fair is fucking insane, man. I was there. I actually worked at State Fair this year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did, yeah. So the guy who got married, for the reason the business, the idea there, he owns an advertising company, and he works with like Modelo and Corona. Nice. He did a Corona stand, and basically anything in Dallas, I basically project manage and help him. This is his business. He's one of my best mates. I want to help him, and I basically worked the State Fair.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was fun, mate. Even cool. For that fucking the shooting.
Oh,
yeah, it was weird, man. Fucking
That's right.
But honestly, I was there for the OU UT game.
Oh yeah,
dude. I saw some dude. This is where I knew Americans are alcoholics, right? Is when this geezer. So mind you, in England, the geezer means like a guy, not an old fart.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like a bloke or a dude.
Yes.
So this geezer's walking down, right, and he stumbles, literally on his own, no one around him. Stumbles, falls, face first on the concrete, right? Doesn't stop. Like normally, if you fall, you put your hands in front of you. My man just went straight slap on the floor, right? And I watched it. It was literally as close as we are. I watched the whole time. I didn't once stop his face. I just want to see where it went. And he just went wallop straight on the floor.
Dang.
And you know, like, have you seen when people try to do the worm where they do that?
Yeah.
He literally he sat there with his arse up, his face on the floor, his arse up, just like monged out.
Good
and
grief.
I'm like, is anyone going to help him? His mates just carried on walking. I was like, yep. Yeah. Too many Bud Lights, right?
Bud Lights.
Yeah, right. Too much water.
So how does you mentioned OU Texas? How does something like that compare to like big rivalry in EPL?
Well,
because you got to see it firsthand. You didn't go to the game probably, right?
Nah,
but you saw the amount of people that were there just for that game.
Yeah, honestly, I detest American football.
Yeah.
I think it's dumbest sport.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate it as an athlete. They're fucking specimens. I'm not devaluing them. But to me, it's a business than a sport. Like, all they care. Personally, I think it's all rigged. That's just me. I'm not going to go into that. I don't need to.
Yeah.
But I don't get it. I don't get. Firstly, games are 4 hours long. Like, no.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be that long. Like, and secondly, like, we could have this podcast at a game and not miss a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And still talk. That to me is not an exciting sport. I don't understand.
From a fandom perspective, how does it compare?
So yeah,
okay, like the rivalry sense.
No, right. But it's obviously it's not the same because
a
lot of ours is logistically like where we're from. That kind of stuff. Yeah. Where no one's from obviously you got people from college towns, whatever.
Sure. I see what you're saying though. Yeah.
You kind of adopt. So like, where do you go to college?
UNT.
UNT. So it's Denton, right? So, but you're from Dallas, though. You from Dallas as well?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go to college?
In East Texas.
Okay, so you both. All right, that's a fucking shit example. But, but you could go to a college in a different state.
Yeah.
And then you adopt that mentality from do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's.
I guess professional would be more along the lines of not college,
because a lot of teams.
Sure. I know, but I'm saying, but let me land with it, right? So, with the college rivalries, I think it's more passionate because they're so young and they're so trying to find that kind of spot, that sporting kind of what's the word I'm looking for?
Identity?
Yeah, like that thrill of that sporting kind of like clashing. They want that kind of rivalry, right? Where they go chase it because they go to different colleges, and we're like my wife's an Aggie, right? And that's my first experience of college football was an A&M game, and it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah,
not the whole fan stuff, because I love that whole 12th man and all singing the whole game. That's normal to us in any football, like soccer in England is like that.
Yeah,
pumping, singing, crazy, like that's normal for us. I don't give a shit about that. What blew my mind is the 4 hours long. What blew my mind is it was 110,000 stadium, and it's not even professional. Like the Arsenal, my team I support. Yeah, the stadium's 60,000.
Oh, really?
And they've only they built that in 2006.
Oh, wow.
And they went from a stadium from 38,000 to 60,000. That was a big jump. But you guys, like the fucking high school in Allen.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, anyway.
I mean, I'm even from here, and I think that's all ridiculous.
Yeah, it's mad. But like,
don't need all that.
So like, to go back to like the NFL kind of stuff, like the Eagles and the Cowboys hate each other. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But I do enjoy that side of things where but with England, like with football, we're a bit more cutthroat about it. We're here, they're kind of, I don't say it's plastic, but it's
not as intense.
Yeah. It can be, but it's just not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where, well, there's movies about our rivalries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Green Street Hooligans, fucking Football Factory. There's actually, Football Factory's about to have a sequel called Marching Powder.
Really? That's cool.
Do you know what Marching Powder means?
Nuh-uh. Really? Yeah. Explain what you just did.
I put a spoon to my nose. Bit sherbet, yeah.
Sherbet.
Yeah, so, it is different, but so it's down the same lines of that topic, but introduce Americans with soccer. I love how passionate Americans are about soccer. Mm-hmm. Like it's getting bigger and better here by far. Like when I first got here to where it is now, obviously it helps that the game's evolved and whatnot. But so in England, it's frowned upon but American fans are always called plastic fans because they're not here. Like, meaning if I was in England, But you got fans who get up at 6:30 in the morning for games, and like the London are mobbed in early games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who are we? Just because they're born in a different country, are they less of a fan than people who are born there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love how they're committed, and like amount of Americans I've got tickets for the Arsenal back home, and they've gone travelling, gone there, and like, who are we to kind of extinguish that love of the game? Like I'm all for it. Like more fans to us is better for the game, because it's so difficult here, because you get American football, basketball, hockey, baseball rammed down your throat from the day you're old enough to fucking kick or catch a ball.
Yep.
So like, if soccer, like as obviously as a male as well, you're pushed towards those sports. But obviously, growing up, soccer's the first for females, right? Like more than likely,
more than likely, yeah.
Yeah, like females growing up mostly
for
play
me,
soccer
was number one always. But yeah,
yeah, but that's not always the case with
right. Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean? So like,
like
if you was 3 foot taller, you wouldn't be playing soccer.
No, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
No, it's true though, right? You just wouldn't
totally.
And you could be shit at basketball, shit at American football, but you would be pushed into that category, right?
Yeah.
So I do like that side of the rivalry where they get into it. I do enjoy that. I think it's like, for instance, we had during the World Cup 2022, we was mobbed there for like games at Crossbar, Soccer and Beer, where it was just nice to see everyone a part of that, like on the same bandwagon in a sense. Like whether we're different teams, but we're still supporting.
Yep.
Like,
that was really cool.
We've got we're taking away fans from this biggest sport here for our sport. That's only a win for me. Honestly, it really is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We were at those watch parties, man. It was awesome here.
Yeah, it was fun, actually.
Okay, we want to take a moment just to recognize one of our sponsors. That is Crossbar Soccer and Beer in Richardson, Texas, where you chill and play every day. They are gracious enough to host us in their studio space here on site. And so we are super thankful for them. If you ever wanted a spot just to come hang with the friends, come hang with the family, Crossbar is definitely a good spot for that. Not only is it a good spot for playing indoor soccer in the AC during the hot summer months or the cool winter months, it is a good spot also for drinking some of the best beers featured across our beautiful Metroplex. They have TVs to watch whatever you like. Usually sports are on, but they take recs. They have video games to play. FIFA tournaments are often going on here, as well as lawn games like cornhole and spikeball and things like that. So lots of fun to do here. But mainly hanging around friends and family is the big and best part about it all. Not only do we tell you to come here, but places like Fox 4, Dallas Morning News, and Dallas Lights have told you as well. So come on over, check them out, be involved in watch parties for sports, and come play some indoor soccer and drink some good beer. You can follow them on Facebook and YouTube at Crossbar Soccer and Beer, or on Instagram or TikTok, crossbar.dallas, or you can just go to their website, crossbardallas.com, to find out more, including men's and co-ed leagues and other things like that. So check them out if you haven't already. Beyond that, you can follow the Red Pegasus Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just search up Red Pegasus Pod and you'll find it no problem. Merch is still available, and the link is located in all of our bios via Teespring. We're thankful for them for hosting our site for that. Don't forget to rate, review, download the podcast wherever you listen, and be sure and just murder those buttons and keep up with us. Share it with your friends and family. The best form of advertising is word of mouth, so please take part in that as well. We are thankful for you all taking the time to listen to this. Now, back to the show. Plug anything you want for Crossbar. Anything in the coming for the future? I know we've already done one talking with Preston, but
yeah, we've got a $10,000 tournament happening in March. The 9th and 10th of March, we have a $10,000 tournament. 6v6, 16 teams.
Nice.
Winner gets 9,000. The second place gets 1,000. And if you win it, you get a free entry to our $30,000 tournament in July.
Dang.
So yeah,
nice.
That's probably the most most potent thing that's happening. But obviously, we have pickup every day. We have obviously a great bar, great beers, Texas beers. We have other beers. So that's probably the most biggest thing at the moment. Is just the tournament, and
sweet.
That's about it, really.
What about London Calling, Texas? Talk more about it. What do you offer? What are you looking for?
What am I looking for? So I'm actually just about to. I had a bit of a fucking shit show, if I'm honest. My my website. So if I sold something in the shop, it wasn't taking it off the website. It was a bit of a glitch. So there was a lot of people ordering stuff, and I haven't got it, and I just had to go. So I had to basically go through I got like fucking 1,200 fucking items. I had to go through them all, figure it out. So it was just long and tedious. Yeah. As well as running Crossbar, I got to do that as well.
Sure.
Luckily, my guy Chris helped me out and figured it out, whatnot. So I'm redoing that. Once I do that, I'm gonna try and reinvest. Got a couple more kind of ideas in the works regarding upcycling. So like
nice
old shirts or damaged shirts or fake ones, I'm gonna make them into hats or bags and other
that's
stuff.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm perfecting that at the moment. That's about it, really.
How do you source the shop? Because it's all, if we didn't say it already, it's all basically 80s, 90s, 2000s vintage soccer gear.
Yeah, they're all originals, all like, they're not match worn, unfortunately. I'd love them to be, but that's when the price is doubles and triples and quadruples.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all vintage. It's all sourced. If I had to tell you the real place, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I've been collecting for so long. You end up just making like loads of contacts. I've got friends in fucking Tunisia, Indonesia, Singapore, Algeria, Holland.
Wow.
Fucking friends in Belarus that send me shirts. And
that's
stuff
cool.
Like that. Do you know what I mean? So you just end up get to know people, and it helps being nice.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, like, and I'm not always nice as a person. I'm not saying that, but in that realm, I give the benefit of the doubt. Like my guy in Holland, right? I bought some shirts off him, and I did the PayPal friends and family before I even knew him.
Yeah.
I did it. I was like, he said, "Why'd you do that?" I said, "Mate, if you're looking after me shirts, I'm going to look after you in some. Like, yes, I might lose some money, fuck it, like,
yeah,
I want to show the faith and the trust.
Yeah.
So now we've got a great relationship because of that.
Nice.
Because he like goes, you didn't need to do that. I said, I know, but I want to show you where, like, this is where I'm at. I'm showing my cards as a nice person.
Yeah.
And it's kind of come back on me. Do you know what I mean? It's little things like that.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's also all over the world, to be honest. And then I get lucky every now and then, like do some thrifting. I remember I was in Austin once. I found a '98 Mexico jersey for $3 fucking.
Wow.
That's a $400 jersey.
Really?
Yes. I nearly lost my fucking shit. Like, honestly, I remember, like, I turned to my wife, I said, I gotta go. She's like, what? I grabbed the shirt, I ran straight to the cashier. I said, here's $5, thank you. Stuck it in my pocket. Like,
wow.
Like, something had to go wrong.
That's crazy.
That's a good find.
So I get lucky like that, but that happened 2 years ago. So, like, it doesn't always happen, but every now and then I get lucky. But
yeah, I mean, I've told you before, walking through that thing is like a freaking museum.
Yeah,
and
man.
especially because
so many
that
shirts
time frame is in style now, you know,
in abundance.
And I'm
mate.
sure you've noticed on like sales and stuff. But
mate, 100%.
But
like,
dude, you could charge $1 a head every time somebody comes in there because walking through that thing is like a freaking museum.
I'd make all my money that way because so many people come in just to look. You know what I mean? No,
I mean, you've got jerseys. You also have like little figurines, from soccer teams.
Mate, so the funny thing is, a lot of those fucking figurines are mine when I was a kid.
Really?
So, yeah,
I was wondering.
So,
that's cool.
So, like, I don't know if you know it. So I lost my mum in 2022, and my mum was a bit of a hoarder, bless her, which most of that generation is, if I'm honest. They're kind of been taught to keep everything, don't throw everything away, all that shit. And that, like, clearing the house out took me, like, in total 8 weeks.
Dang.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. In 2022, I was home for 6 weeks, and then September just gone, I was home for 2 weeks and clearing it, like, doing the rest of it. But a lot of that stuff was in my loft. Honestly, all packed up. I was like, bless her. Like, I remember like discovering it. I was like, firstly, why the fuck do you still have this? But secondly, result. Like, this is perfect.
Right.
So like, I brought it all back with me. But yeah, most of that stuff is that some of it I found here and there, but majority of it is what is mine as a kid.
And is that just for like decoration in the store?
Yeah,
or
honestly,
is it, okay.
Everything's for sale. Everything's got a price, honestly. But it's not about the money side of it. It's just about trying to replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be worth my while to sell it. I'd rather keep it. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to offer me at least 4 times what it's worth for me to consider it, because I can't find it anywhere else. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's that kind of. So like, I just concentrate on the jerseys as like.
Yeah.
And even like things here and there. Like, I had one. So I've got a replica World Cup trophy in my in one of my cabinets, and one guy was like obsessed trying to buy it for me. Offered me like $300, and I said, like, I said, look, how about this? If I can find another one, I got you. And I end up maybe a month later, I found another one, and I picked up for fucking nothing, and I sold it to him for $100. So straight away, saved $200. But I could have charged him for it. I don't need to do that. Do you know what I mean? So like that could work. If I could find it again, then I'll do that. But no, if I can't find it anywhere else, I ain't fucking selling it. There's no fucking point.
You got video games too,
mate,
like old FIFA games.
Yeah, mate. I got like old VHS tapes that I've had like from like World Cup '98, Euro 2000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, mate. Like,
what
honestly.
is like I know memories aside, you know, whatever, all that aside, what's like your most rarest piece in there that you can think of? Or your most expensive piece in there that you can think of?
I actually just sold one of them. I had a Dallas Burn 96 away Hugo Sanchez shirt.
Wow.
I just sold yesterday. I've got a Mexico 98 away with the Azteca font. Like that's cool. I've got a few. I actually just, so talk about the dude from Holland. He just sent me like 4 Messi Barcelona shirts. Wow. So those are kind of decent value. That helps.
Yeah.
And an Argentina one from 2004.
The Burn 96 was the first thing you mentioned. MLS.
Yeah, well, do you know why though, right? It was because
I mentioned it because you just
no. So
you crap all over the MLS.
No, you're not wrong. What I'm saying is, to go back to what you said regarding the culture now, where it's kind of come back, that late 90s, early 2000 look, the baggy kind of, that style, that Nike kind of, what Nike produced in that late 90s, early 2000s is back in. and Dallas Burn is a prime kind of what's the word I'm fucking looking for? I do that all the time, mate. I've
like a prime example.
Like ADHD, mate. It's just you can have 17 words in your head and you can't think of one, but I can think of everything. No, they're in that category. Yeah, beat you to it. Where it's prominent of that 90s, early 2000 look, and because it's fresh in my mind, I literally sold it like last night.
Nice.
So
it had the flame on and everything.
No, it had, well, yes and no. It was the one where it's got like it's white with the black and kind of like that bogey green details on the arms. And, yeah. It's a fucking peach of a shirt. Actually. Yeah. I will say this though: the amount of times I sell shirts, and as I'm selling it, thinking, I don't want to sell this. I want to keep it. Like that shirt, I was like, I should have kept this in my collection. Like it fucking bothers you every now and then. You're like, I think last month I sold an old like '93 Florentina shirt, and as I was folding it up, I was like, Tom, you're a fucking idiot. You shouldn't sell this. I sold it obviously, but I regretted it ever since. Yeah.
Can you bring it back every once in a while so I can look at it?
Yeah, I know, right? Can I just can you just buy it and give it back to me? Is that right?
Send me picture updates.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Can I see it at weekends? Yeah. Like a fucking horrible. I'm like a horrible fucking stepdad that's got like divorced but I love the kid. I want to see him still. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
But no, it's but like to go back. So I've got a lot of like shirts from like names at the back, and those one goes for like pretty decent money. But the thing for me is it's more about the iconic. Like if the shirt's iconic, who's wore it, the conditions in it kind of dictates how much it's worth.
Yeah.
Overall, like I've just got so many fucking good shirts, and I don't mean to kind of praise myself of that, but it's more like there's so many good shirts out there from that time.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a plethora of it all. It's just beautiful. Like, honestly, the amount of times I want to keep everything.
Yeah.
Like, if money was an issue, I would put all that in my collection, just not sell any.
Yeah.
I'd just collect them all. Honestly, if I could. But
you should put a sign up on your desk that says all transactions may be canceled halfway through. And find the to keep it.
I like that actually. Yeah. I might regret this. Yeah. Depends how nice you are to me. I might regret this and keep it. Yeah. Fuck them.
That's good. Well, everyone can check it out here at Crossbar.
Yeah.
Soccer and beer.
Yeah, please do. Yes. Other questions?
Come check it out.
For me, if I want some burn stuff, so if you come around something that's not
I've
super,
got two
you don't want to hold on to.
I've got 2 signed burn shirts.
Really?
Yeah, which I might sell one, I might not. I don't know yet. I might put them up.
Parents used to have season tickets, 96, 97, 98, 99. We used to go all the time. Dang. Cotton Ball.
Mate, I went...
It was cheap, you know?
Yeah.
Cotton Ball was freaking crap.
I remember my first experience with FC Dallas. I went like 2015. It was enjoyable, but I was in the Yale section.
Yeah.
It was the old one was behind the goal.
Yeah.
And this one kid, right? I went with my wife. It was a friend of mine when I first met, because when I was first there, for the first 2 years, I couldn't work. So my wife supported me, and I didn't do much. So kind of like on a budget and did whatever. So I met a guy, and he invited me out to FC Dallas, and we went. And I remember this guy, like, he was obviously fucking hammered on Michelob Ultra or whatever, 2% fucking beer.
First the Bud Light, then the Michelob.
Yeah, I don't like those. Like I sell them, and they're great sellers, and I don't hate them, but I do.
You're
that makes
judging.
Sense? Yeah, I am. Yes, everyone that orders it, I judge them, and sometimes, actually, that's a lie. Most of the time, I tell them. I tell them, yeah, right. And but no, this one guy kept on stepping on my wife's toes, and like I was like, mate, just like calm down, brother. Like we're good, like no big deal, whatever. Like 3 times in a row, to the point where I lost it, and I fucking grabbed him, and then I didn't.
The English.
Yeah, I did, man, I did. I tried to headbutt him, and then my mate got involved, and he's like, yeah, but I'm here every week. I said, don't care if you're here every week or you fucking own the club. Like, just apologise to my wife. Don't step on her fucking feet, mate. Like, just have a bit of consideration to your surroundings. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big deal. It really isn't.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're ignoring it and just, come on, mate. But that was my first experience. That wasn't too good. But then my last experience with it is I'm lucky enough I met Kenny Cooper, and
FC Dallas legend.
Firstly, the nicest guy in the fucking world.
Really?
He is the nicest guy, honestly.
Nice.
So
That's
we
cool.
met him. Well, I met him through that football tournament, TST stuff, and he was here 2 weeks ago, and I had a Dallas Burn shirt that I've been holding up for him. I wanted to sign it, and he signed it for me.
Nice.
So I've got that up, and I'm going to put it up on the wall.
Cool.
So, but yeah, but the thing is with Dallas Burn, it's fucking hard to find now.
Yeah,
it really is. But goes back to what I said, where that everyone's trying to get into that style of the early. It's hard to come by now. Yeah. So it's different. But yeah,
I was just shown a picture of the Columbus. What soccer team are they? What's
Crew?
Yeah. And their new jerseys that they just came out with, they look like Charlie Brown. It's like it's yellow, and then it's got the black stripe across the chest. It's all jagged. Yeah,
that's funny.
I will say so, because obviously Adidas supplies everyone in MLS, like everyone, right? So last year, Seattle Sounders did a Bruce Lee version of their jersey.
Oh wow!
Like a homage to. It's fucking amazing.
The yellow one with the black.
It's like red with like yellow lines in it. It's got a bit of black in it. But that is unbelievable. Even so, the Dallas Burn shirt. So actually, Dallas Burn, fucking hell, FC Dallas, the Dallas Burn inspired home shirt.
Last year, they just brought it back.
Flames. They did a Photoshop in my shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Niosi and Sebastian came out, took some photos. Yeah, because the guy that runs their social media, Ryan, is a friend of mine, another fellow gooner, top man, lovely fella. And he asked me, he goes, "Would you mind us doing a shoot in here?" I was like, "Yeah, I would." Like, no, you're not allowed to. Fucking course I do. Like, whoever, bring him in. Like, love to. It was great. I had such a positive kind of feedback from it. So, cool. But yeah, it was good. It's
nice.
But to go back on what you said about me and the MLS, I'm not a big fan of MLS. Yeah. I really ain't. Yeah. But I will say it's getting. I don't like the mentality, but with the MLS, like in the sense of. It's all about money.
Yeah.
That's just me.
It is.
Right?
That's why you see all these legends coming here
America.
at the end of their career.
Yeah, right.
You make an extra buck or two.
Yeah, which on their side of it, I understand. Yeah. We, as normal folk, we forget that that's a job to them.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
It really is. Like, you, as we forget that human factor to it, where they whether they support the club or not, they don't give a fuck.
And they're old at 35.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's not old, mate. Don't say that.
Well, you know.
No.
They're trying to make extra money at the end of their career.
No, you're right. I'm just,
yeah.
I'm 5 years past that, and I just don't want to fucking hear it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's got better. Like, I just don't like how it's set up, because it's that, in a sense, it's that corporate mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's rather than just individuals, but yeah, I'm not gonna bash it too much, because I'm trying to.
We're growing, like you said. We're still an experiment. You know, USA in general.
Yeah,
and right. So we're still growing.
But
y'all been around for decades and centuries longer than we ever even dreamt of.
Do you know what? Right. Since living here, I've discovered how fucking crazy you guys truly are. You guys are fucking mental. Like, just like.
Does this include your wife? Like, do you tell her this too?
Yeah. Well, she married me, mate. So it's got to be somewhat bat shit. I mean, no, mate, you're not wrong, mate. No, honestly, my wife's an amazing woman.
Yeah.
But everyone's got a moment in their life, right, where they're either doing something stupid or different. Let me just state, I'm not calling my wife stupid. By all means, I'm not.
Sure.
It's just different. Where, like, so okay, let me give you a good example. Like, where I'm from, right? I grew up. You can scream and shout at friends and family, and it still be okay. Where here, you do that, and that's the end of conversation.
Oh, if you do that up north in Philadelphia or New York and Jersey.
Yeah, true.
You can do that all the time. Have you seen The Bear, the TV show The Bear?
Yeah, do you know what? I watched the first season. I just got bored of them shouting at each other.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, like I got bored of like everyone. Funny enough, actually, I was talking to someone last night about that show, saying you've got to stick with it. That typical stick with it, it gets better. I just
Yeah,
it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah,
didn't do it for me.
There's that scene where they're cooking Christmas dinner and everyone's just yelling at each other.
Yeah, yeah. So,
but at the end of it, they all still love each other.
It's honestly, like my brothers and I, we scream not scream at each other, but we mug each other off. And my friends. Well, it's one of those things where I don't know how it is for you guys, but I grew up where you can make fun of your friends for everything, but as long as you know they're okay. Like, if like one of your friends then he dies. Yeah, you make sure they're right. You good? Yeah, and then you make fun of it. Like it's just it's normal. Like,
definitely.
I make fun of everyone. Gotta be done. Gotta be done. So, I can't believe this is your last one. It's the last episode.
Yep.
How do you guys feel about it?
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did this for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. 3 years. So, from your recollection of those 3 years, could you give your best memory of of someone on the podcast, and they're like, whether it's a reaction to you, what you said, or an answer that they've given you, what to you stands out the most out of those 3 years?
That's a good question.
If you had to put it on a plate, what would it be?
Yeah, I wouldn't say. First thing that comes to mind is just shooting the stuff with my boy here.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a certain episode, just kind of like the overall experience and time that we've had with each other.
We've been boys for so long.
Almost kind of like you and your friend. I mean, we've known each other since we were 12, 11.
11 or 12.
Fucking hell.
And we
were born in the same hospital.
Yeah.
2 months apart.
Yeah.
Exactly 2 months apart.
I knew that.
So when you were like, you were born like 2 minutes apart or whatever it was.
9 minutes.
Yeah, 9 minutes. We were born 2 months apart, but in the same hospital.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We like to stay in the same room,
too. Yeah. Who's going to find that? Fuck it. Lie as you can, mate. Fuck it.
Yeah. But so I think overall, just for me at least.
Yeah, sure.
The whole thing.
It's interesting. So you guys have been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
So what made you start the podcast?
We're kind of in the same industry, and we love
talking.
Yeah, we love Texas, honestly.
Not even talking.
We love Texas. We love this place. We love the people here. And we wanted to highlight what's in this area, and we love talking about Texas. So, and we were already in the space, with the right equipment. So we're like, let's kick one off. We wrestled with what we wanted to talk about for a long time. But since we both were born and raised here, we're like, let's just talk about this area.
What was the other options? What was the other options to talk about?
Just like pop culture stuff, music, movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. But
we didn't want to narrow cast it like that. Just more broad.
So you went broad and just chose Texas.
Geographically, but we talked about everything.
The Pledge of Allegiance, it finally fucking stuck, mate.
Let's end this episode with the Pledge of Allegiance to the Texas flag. You ready?
Just fucking 30?
And then
a minute of silence.
And then we'll end it with a minute of silence.
I'll beat you to that, and I'll just do the minute of silence.
All right, we'll do the minute of silence. Actually, starting now.
I can't even do it.
All right, that was it.
Can't even do it.
I could do the Texas Pledge of Allegiance. You ready, Martin?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to start. Even in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, the nation one, and fucking I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, you already started it. It's the first line.
What's
I
that?
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
So ignorant, isn't it?
And it was good having you on.
Yeah, mate. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's been. I'm sad for you guys. Obviously, you guys. It's the right thing to do for you guys, but change is always hard.
It is.
You know what I mean? So I understand it, especially being best mates as well. You got to figure it's the next venture for you guys, right?
Yeah.
So no, I appreciate you inviting me down. Yeah. I hope I didn't say
long overdue.
Yeah, right.
No, not
honestly,
at all.
I could do this for hours. Honestly.
The ADD.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, mate. I only discovered that later on in life. But do you know, my wife put me on to this. I realised that I am ADHD. My wife is ADHD as well. And
she was like, "Listen, let me sit you down real quick."
Mate, honestly,
we're the same.
Do you know what it really was? And I mean this, right? It was TikTok. It changed my life. I'm not even fucking shitting you.
Wow.
Like for years, like my wife's on it for however long, right? And she used to always. And I'm not saying she's stuck on her phone, but she's on it a lot, right? And I used to say to her, like, "What is the fascination like?" And also, this is what I heard for TikTok is all the whole shit about China trying to listen to us and ban it, all that shit. I didn't really pay attention. My wife said to me, look, do yourself a favour. Download it. Give it a week. Mate, that first night, I remember downloading it I actually remember the exact time. It was 12:48 at night. The next time I looked at my watch, it was 7:50 in the morning.
Gosh.
And I'm insomniac, so I don't sleep much, right? So I remember thinking, well, firstly, fuck, I got to get up in an hour to go to work. That's fucking shit. But the amount of knowledge I discovered, like little things though, like honestly, but the autistic stuff and the ADHD stuff, like being on the spectrum, stuff like that, I'm pretty sure I am, but I don't know what capacity. But so many things where people have kind of explained it, like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, how'd you know me? Do you know what I mean? Like, TikTok, man, honestly, blew my fucking mind.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
It is, man, honestly.
That's funny.
It's strange, but yeah, I'll stop talking and let you guys wrap this up.
Well, officially just plug your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The website down? Because you said there was a glitch on the website?
Yeah, well, no, it's back up now.
Okay.
I finally fucking solved that. Yeah, so LondonCallingTX.com or LCTX.shop. Get all it's free delivery for domestic if you sign up.
Nice.
Do you know why I do that, right? It's mad. I don't know about you, but if I buy something online, it could be $100. If it's $10 shipping, $90 and it's $10 shipping, I don't want to buy it.
You won't buy
it.
If
it's $100 and it's free shipping,
You'll buy it.
Do you know what I mean? So like, it's no brainer.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
That's just me, right? To go for, obviously, that's London Calling. Crossbar, obviously crossbardallas.com with rentals, we've got pickup, we have party bookings, we've got it all. We can watch the Premiership in the mornings, we play every game.
Like youth practice.
Yeah, we've got a coaching skills, I don't say fucking service, but a, what's the word? School in a sense, but Vidral, they're at it all the time. Dylan Vidral, he's fucking phenomenal. He's one of the best coaches I've seen. Right. So that's a part of us as well, where he's basically a resident here. He's actually our first customer, which is quite funny.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it really. Just football, soccer, football, soccer.
I'm sure we've drilled it into everyone who listens.
Too. We appreciate it. Yeah. Now we appreciate you guys as well for all the support you guys have shown us throughout you guys doing this. So yeah, thanks for
same for you guys.
Yeah,
appreciate
mate.
it.
Of course.
All right.
I'll let you. Do you guys want to go out with a bang? What do you want to say? What's the
what's the last thing you guys want to say?
You want to do you can't do a minute of silence, mate. I know you guys want to talk about Texas, but that's fucking ridiculous. You're so Texan, you don't want to talk about Texas. You just want to think about it.
Let's end right there. Tell us one thing you actually love about this place. Minute of silence there.
All right, there you go.
No. That's not. Don't mistake my silence for negativity.
Yeah, you're just thinking.
No, I'm honestly. There's a lot I love about Texas. I genuinely do love Texas. Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
Or Whataburger.
All right.
Whataburger.
I loved hearing that.
Yeah.
Two great answers.
Yeah. People only people that love Whataburger are people from Texas. So I love hearing that.
I fucking love Whataburger.
Nice.
Well, do you know why though? Right, 24/7.
Yeah.
Massive.
Crucial.
And it's always the same. Right?
Yeah.
it's fast food, right? I know it's fast food. I know that, right? I know I'm signing up for a shit food, right? I understand that.
Yeah.
But for what it is, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, I know the difference. Like, if I have a Whataburger burger, like, I remember when I first had it, and I was like, wait, this is 24/7? Shit the bed. Like, oh my God. And then you go to Mackie D's and they're like, it's like, what? Yeah. But yeah, Whataburger.
Preach. You can stop there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. I know.
Great episode.
I can throw in some more good fun. My wife.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Even though she's wants to leave Texas.
Oof.
Yeah, I know, right? No. Well, I would leave Texas, but now I can't because my business is. So I can't. But no, she just wants to venture out and see the world. No, honestly, there is. No, honestly, there is. I promise you, I'm not gonna. There's something else which I'm. Honestly, we're probably gonna finish this podcast, right? And then I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, that's it. I guarantee it. No, what the fuck is it? I think I love the fact that I'm a niche. Like every person I ever meet from Texas is always fascinated by my accent. Whether they've travelled or not, don't matter. It's always like, oh, you sound like you're from London. That interaction is always a positive reaction. Do you know what I mean? So I do like that about here. You got the southern hospitality, but I find it quite fake, if I'm honest. I don't always think it's true. I think they do it because they seem like they have to do it. I don't think it's always genuine.
Okay.
You think I'm wrong?
Yeah.
You do?
I don't think you're wrong necessarily. That's your perspective.
There's definitely cases of that. Yeah.
Sure. No, I'm not saying like half. Like I'm saying like more than you like to think. They do it because they're proud of being Texan, rather than do it for the people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, I just fucking burped them. Mike, sorry. The whole bless your heart stuff, I find that quite funny.
Well, I don't really hear anybody say that.
You sure?
And if they do say that, it's not.
Well, no, I know what it means.
Okay.
No,
that phrase is more of a
I've been here.
Yeah.
I've been here for longer enough, like to. I've had it said to me once.
Yeah.
I think it was her grandma. My wife's grandma said it to me once. Yeah.
She heard that accent. She said, "The British are coming."
Yeah, right. Yeah, she was born in 1923. No, 1930. No, 32.
Okay.
Wait, yeah,
Still,
32.
Wow. Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, 1932.
Who knows?
Yeah, and she is an amazing woman. She walks a mile every day still.
Wow.
Every fucking day.
So she might have been born in 23.
Mate, she is she's amazing, honestly. She's sharp. Honestly, mate, she's cool as shit. She's proper Texan.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's good as gold, man.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. But all right. I'll let you guys. Bro, what do you guys want to say for your final podcast? Can't just leave.
Well, I think we're gonna do one more. We're gonna record one more.
Good.
And that'll be the last
good.
one.
So what you got to go? Just used to just.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Good. All right.
Yeah.
We can leave it on the. All right. So are you going to pledge allegiance to the flag at the end of that episode?
Maybe
we might.
Pledge allegiance to the fucking.
Pegasus.
The Pegasus.
Do you know what I saw the other day on Facebook Market? A massive fucking Pegasus.
Oh, really?
Like massive one.
Oh, wow.
Like,
that's cool.
Not a sign, but a fucking like a 3D one, like a proper.
Oh, okay.
Mate, I nearly messaged you.
Yeah.
And then you messaged me 2 days later saying we're about to fucking get rid of it. I was like, why would I buy this then, would he? Well, what then? Well, I'll delete that. But yeah, mate, honestly, like I forgot to tell you that actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like what that size of that couch?
Dang.
Fucking
Well,
wicked,
it was
mate.
probably on top of one of the gas stations.
Maybe so, yeah. But yeah, because what company was that?
Huh?
What company was that?
Exxon.
Exxon.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for having me, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
I hope it all goes well for you in the last episode.
Thank you, Tom.
Should,
Appreciate it. Final interview. Final guest.
Yeah, final guest.
Best for
Appreciate
last,
you
mate.
going out
Best
with a
for
bang.
last. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Damn right. All right. Well, peace out.